Yeah. Hi everyone, good morning or good afternoon, depending on how or when you're gonna watch this. Alexandra, are we on this, like when others see us, are we gonna be side by side? Do you know?
Yes, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm not seeing that on my screen.
Okay. Yeah. We will be.
Fine. Okay. So we are leading up to the Her Story event, which is on the 26th of January. Not so far away, and we're very excited to feature all our speakers. And we want to talk about more about the workshop that they're going to do. Simply because all our speakers are going to be speaking about 5-10 minutes, but we want to give more of our speakers so that people can get to know them a little bit more, and then know what they do. And I don't know if some of you have watched Gertrude's video to all of us. So apparently Norway is going to be the first European conference under Her Story. So we're going to be the first European one. So pretty exciting. So what Gertrude has mentioned is that we are hoping that you will come on and get the necessary tools to kick off your new year. Yeah. And we have here Alexandra Mayanska. Did I
Yeah,
say it
that's right.
correctly?
Perfect.
Perfect. Yes. And she's from Poland, and she's going to be one of our speakers. Maybe without further ado and without stealing your thunder, Alexandra, why don't you just introduce yourself?
Well, thank you so much, Suriati, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the invitation to the conference and to this chat on Facebook, because it really gives me an opportunity to share my message and reach even more people. And congratulations with the first historic conference in Europe. I'm very happy to be co-creating it. Yes, it's really big. And almost unbelievable that it hasn't happened before. So I'm very excited personally as well, and very honored to be a part of this historical event.
Yeah.
And when it comes to me, I have started really when I now introduce myself, because we have this kind of norm of telling, okay, what I do and when I live,
Yeah.
and are these the most important things that define us? So I have started introducing myself, and especially to you guys in these circumstances, with my core identities, with who I really am, because they will play out in everything I do and every single role that I have in life. And we all have great many roles and great many hats to wear throughout the day. So my main identities are definitely achiever, explorer, adventurer, and creative leader, that kind of always finds new ways of doing things and ways to improve what's already being done, and also lead others and teach others, guide others how to do it. So these would be the most important ones. And when it comes to the roles that I mentioned in life, like my main roles right now would be definitely being a mom of two little ones. They're still in the kindergarten age. A lot of learning, a lot of fun, a lot of challenges coming with it. I'm a partner to my husband to be. We are like always, engaged forever, never getting married, because it's never a priority somehow.
Maybe it's gonna be a 2020 wedding. You never
Might
know.
be. It's
On
just,
the card.
it's a question of, what my dream consists of for this year. But yes, we are on our way there.
Yeah.
And I am a daughter. I think it has shaped me, like, it always has shaped us, how our parents has raised us, and what they've been doing in their lives. So definitely my parents have had a lot of impact on me, because they are kind of like eccentric artists to a point. They are both
What kind of artist? Like visual
theater.
or
My dad is
wow.
a theater, and partly on a big screen as well. So my dad is an actor and a director for theater plays,
And your
especially.
mom?
And my mom is a professional ballet dancer, and
Wow.
now a dance teacher. So you can imagine that my childhood wasn't quite a standard one. and a lot of it was spent behind the stage or in the audience, and partly sometimes also on stage. So
there's a lot of
I mean,
art, which is why I think you are, like you mentioned, is creative leader, right? I mean, because of the artistic side that comes in. Wonderful. But how many siblings do you have?
None. And it has definitely shaped me as well. Definitely. I won't go into details because, you know, we all have stories and they all have a lot of elements to it. But yes, definitely. So my only like kind of younger brother was my dog, and he was really important. He was making me not feeling alone, because you can imagine a child of two theater people, you know, they work in the evenings, which means that I was a lot alone.
What kind of dog was it?
It was an Irish setter, you know, these
the huge one?
Huge. For me, a dog is always a huge one.
Irish
like setter. A little one is quite, it doesn't feel like a dog to me.
What?
Yeah, so dog is always big. Like in my vocabulary, if I consider something a dog, it must be big.
It must be big, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm interested to know, like you said, yourself as a creative leader, and it's interesting now that you've mentioned, which I didn't know, which I did not know before, that both of your parents are artists, right, in their own right. How does that impact you in your work? So maybe let's talk about what you do now.
Yes,
and
well,
how,
of course.
How does the artistic part impact you?
Of course. Well, one of my all-consuming roles in life right now is being a professional goal achiever, and I have built a business around it.
Yes. What does that really mean, a professional goal achiever?
That's a good question. A professional, yeah, I needed a term to describe what I'm doing. So a professional goal achiever means someone that not only has a lifelong experience and really, to be honest with you, kind of obsession with achieving goals and being very much driven by goals and visions and dreams in my daily actions. But also, and my thinking goes a lot around it, and it has always been like this, like since I was a little child, really, since I can remember. But then this obsession led me to also exploring more about the art and the science behind it. Like, what is this process of goal achievement? How is it different from goal setting? Like, goal setting is a part of it, but then it's very different from actually walking the steps and going on this journey and getting where you want to get. And so there is a lot of research that we have social anthropology, which is one of my educations. We have definitely psychology and social psychology in particular. We have neurology. So I'm more and more fascinated with the brain, and I do my own research as well. I mentioned that one of my identities is explorer, and it's definitely research is a part of it. I'm also highly academical and analytical. It's actually a weird combination, being so analytical and so creative at the same time. I have both, which is a blessing and a curse. So
what does that mean? What does it mean if it's a curse?
It demands a lot of me, because it means that I have great many different visions and creative projects and ideas coming out of nowhere all the time. And at the same time, being so analytical and thinking so much about every detail and being really also detailed focused, as well as being focused on the great vision, overall vision, it can make me overthink a lot of times. Oh, definitely. Yes.
Much of a perfectionist.
I'm a queen of perfectionism, but I'm at least, you know, the next step is being aware of it.
Yes.
And knowing when it's helping you and knowing where it's stopping you.
Correct. Yes. So shall we so what will you say is your mission in life then? Moving on to that, actually.
The professionalism in this goal achievement process is that because I've studied it and I've experimented so much and I've analyzed and I'm doing my research on it, it makes me able to support others in a smart way to achieve their goals, dreams, visions, or whatever is the word or the approach that you have to making your life the best possible. So that's one part of it. And then an equally important part of it, and something that has been my project experiment for the last years especially, is how to achieve it all. If you're multi-passionate like me, you have
Achieve it
so many,
all.
achieve it all, really achieve it all without compromising so much.
Yes.
And at the same time having fun along the way.
Yes.
Not only once this golden shiny goal is achieved, but how can you really feel that you are already living your dream life while going for this big shiny thing. So
it's about the journey, right? The journey has to be pretty as well, not just the price. Correct?
Yes. And for many years, because you asked for my mission, so for many years I was focused on individuals and the individual mission. And I got this huge epiphany a quite short while ago, actually. I think it was during 2019, sometime in the beginning, when I really understood that by doing this and helping one extraordinary individual at the time, and you all are extraordinary, we are changing the status quo. And here we come to the question of social control, negative or positive social control, because it's not my experience, and especially in Norway, when we have this expression of janteloven, where equality is often mixed with just being the same, all at the same level. The status quo, as I see it right now, is more that it's okay, it's enough to be okay and have a kind of okay life, instead of extraordinary, awesome, great life. It's kind of okay to,
when actually it's not okay.
It's not okay. Like you will feel that it's something missing, right? And the same, I see a tendency in many to set goals for themselves based on what they think that they can achieve. And this again is based on their current circumstances,
right?
Not the ultimate dream.
Correct.
Because somehow we learn along the way that we need to be reasonable, we need to be realistic, we need to, tone it down a little bit, not be so much with our head in the clouds. And I believe that the more people really step into their dream and live really fully out everything that they are, everything that they want to create, then not only that we give example and it's inspirational for others, but we're kind of giving a permission to others to do the same.
To go
somehow
all out.
So we make this a new normal, and we make it a new normal not only for ourselves, but for first people closest to us that can observe us on a daily basis, but also at the ultimate result, we change the society, we change our culture, we change the status quo.
This is so much in line with what Gertrude said, that we want to be able to impact one woman at a time, right? And that's something that Gertrude has been saying a couple of times, and that has become somewhat more like a very clear message for her story, that we are impacting one woman at a time by we're hitting 1,000 places. In the course of time, the frame that we have, 1,000 places, 1,000 countries, and 100 speakers, even though in Norway we're not going to kick off with 100 speakers. Yes, and that's what we're going to do. So I love the what we're sending out. Oh my God, I think I'm getting really excited, actually. I mean, to go and see this new norm that we want to create for ourselves, and perhaps for the Her Story platform, our speakers, our attendees. I feel like, I don't know, somehow right now I feel like I'm entering something new, just the fact that we're saying, we're entering a new norm. But before that, we do have to do some work.
Yes.
And that's where Alexandra comes in. I love the fact that Alexandra's workshop is based on helping you to realize your dream, right? And we're not talking about just a particular project. It can be if that's what you want, but like what we've just covered now, we're talking about a more holistic definition of a dream, a successful person. What really bites me a little bit when Alexander spoke yesterday, it was that, how does your house look like while you are achieving your dream? I was like, ouch, my God, then I got to clean my house a bit now. Right? So while you are, because the whole idea is not just about the prize or the trophy, while neglecting everything else, right? The whole idea is that the whole journey should be just as pleasant, just as good, as pretty as the trophy itself. Okay.
Yes, and so, it's especially important for women, which is why it's good that we have platforms
so many roles
for women, because you know, I never believe that one size fit all. When it comes to strategies for self-development and goal achievement, also, like, there are some principles, but then the way, the strategy, the tactics, the practical details, the timelines around it, they will be different for each individual man or woman. But there are also some traits, and here the neurology and brain science comes in. So, and it's very politically incorrect to say it loud in Norway, but there are in fact differences on the neurological level between women and men. And one of these so arrest me for saying this, but this is what I know, not only what I believe, but that's a proven scientific fact. Okay, so and therefore,
ground here.
Yes,
we're breaking new ground here.
Definitely. So therefore, it's important to also understand how women's brain works, and for us, it's especially important to have all these areas of our lives that are important to us.
Zoom in and talk about who is this program for. Talk about who is this. You're
my
on
workshop.
The right track. Yeah. Talk about who is it for. Yeah, the workshop.
Yes. So it's all about stepping into your dream and doing it immediately. It's called Step into Your Dream Today, and I literally mean it, because the dream, as I said, it's not this far distant land, as one of my coaches tends to say, that it's not that. It's actually a way of showing up daily, that through all these steps is building your dream, or really allowing you to step into it and living it in the moment. So we are going to be doing just that during our workshop. And the first thing we're going to do is to dive deep into the inside of you, to either discover this dream if you don't quite know yet what it is, you just feel that something is missing in your life, or you might have full clarity, or more or less full clarity, around what it is that you are not yet doing. And then it causes you not only this dull feeling that, oh, life is kind of boring and there are some missing bits, but it's like full on physical pain and frustration that you
if
are
you do not achieve it.
Yes, that you are not where you know in your heart and soul that you should be. So whichever it is for you, this workshop is for you. And so we are diving deep and go through all so-called neurological levels to bring this dream from the inside out into the daylight. And the way we are stepping into it is by creating, designing together one tiny piece of action that you can take immediately. It will be happening in the real time during the workshop. You will be taking one tiny step, and you can always do something. There is always something you can do immediately in the given circumstances. So we will figure out what it is for you, and you will be taking this action step, and you will notice that this already gives you this feeling of this is real. It will give you, more wind under your wings. And it will be easier for you to continue on this journey, because our brain doesn't like to start something new, but once it has started, it has this desire to continue and complete.
Yes. And I
And
guess
another
the
thing,
yeah,
mhm.
continue.
And
Now we're just
another
talking
thing is
about
that we will
mental.
be creating these connections by
Mm-hmm.
sharing our dreams and making these steps. We will be also creating connections within the group that will be participating in the workshop.
Yeah.
With also, again, gives you even bigger chances of going for it big time in 2020.
Yeah. It's so important that you talk about the group, right? The group support and the group connection is so important. And when I think we hear it all the time that if, let's say, you want to be successful, then you do need to be around successful people
Yes.
too. You do need to mix to change your social life a little bit. I don't mean that you should let go all your very closest friends. This is just about adding on new friends. I don't mean that you should get rid of anybody else, but rather be conscious of adding on, or
Yes.
enlarging your circle to also include other people who are in the place that you want to be. So, and the Her Story conference is also one of those places. We have, I think, the most important part. I've mentioned many times that the Her Story conference is not a business conference. However, we want to support all our women entrepreneurs in more ways than one. Yeah. But what we want to do at the Her Story conference is to give you that push, to give you that start, and we want to showcase all these success stories amongst our speakers. While we want to celebrate the success stories, we want to recognize the struggles too. Yeah. So, and that's where we want people to come in and identify, are there any of the ladies' struggles, any issues that they're talking about? Is there something that you can identify with? If that is you, then we want you to step in and then do something about it. And I am very excited because Alexandra is talking about dreams and goals, and what better time to do it than now, right? So, do you want to talk about deliverables? Like, what more can you expect from the workshop?
Well, I think I've mentioned some of them already,
Yeah,
because you are
yeah,
having this clear vision, and the importance of having a clear vision, not only like connecting with the feeling and kind of the longing that you have, but
love it.
also when I mentioned bringing it out to the daylight, I mean giving it a tangible form, like trying, and it might be that it will be your best guess for now, how it exactly can look like, but this best guess is what gets you going. It's what makes your brain to understand what actions are necessary to actually
Yeah,
move forward and not only sit there kind of in this nice feeling. It's good to have this nice feeling, it's a good start, but then we need to have some strategy, we need to have some action plan, and then we need to execute it,
yes,
definitely. So that's
yes,
one. And then the other huge part of it will be connecting with other like-minded women that
yes,
get this hunger, your hunger for more, your belief or just notion, even if it's not a strong belief, which might create doubt in you, but there is this longing, there is this notion, there is this intuition in you that there is more for you and that more is possible.
yeah,
When it comes to social control, it might be that you are right now on your daily basis in the environment that doesn't get it and that kind of pulls you down. While here, you will be in an environment that brings you up and wants you to fly up high, right?
yeah,
And so that's one, and it will happen even more intimately in the workshop, because then we will be interacting in a smaller group. But it will be also the powerful effect of you being at this conference in general,
yes,
participating in this day. And then what you mentioned also, if you want to be successful, surround yourself with successful people, and especially in circumstances where these successful people are not only standing and shining and telling you all about amazing things that they have done, but also sharing their vulnerable stories about the struggles and the pains and the dilemmas and everything that they needed to go through to get
yeah,
where they wanted to be. It's
Yeah.
highly empowering. It's inspiring. It gives you actionable, like very often how to do steps.
Yes.
But also it gives you a living reference that you might not be having in your life currently. Living reference, and not only online, but by being physically in the same room at the
Yes.
same time with women that inspire you, it
That you can
makes
touch
you
and feel, that you
yes,
can hug, right?
yeah,
You
and
can't
it
hug
kind
it.
yes, and it kind of gives you the proof that
Yeah.
what you desire truly from the bottom of your heart for yourself is actually possible for you too.
Yes. I want to end off our chat with this thing that we spoke about earlier about social controls, right? And social controls tend to be connected with the word negative, like negative social controls. But here, I think at the Her Story platform and at this workshop that Alexandra is putting out, we are going to put out a positive social controls.
Yes.
How, you know, being around the right environment somehow control you to push yourself to be better,
yes,
just get the best of you,
because we won't accept, you know, this is about holding you accountable to the best vision, the best version of yourself, and we won't buy into anything less than that, and we won't see you as anything less than that, even if you insist. Because you know, there is this part of us that kind of
you want to creep back into your hole.
Yes, because you need to grow. That's the beauty of big dreams, that you need to grow as a person. You can have a potential, but you need to nourish this potential. You need to grow in order to become the person that is able to create this dream into your reality, bring it into your reality. So and we help you do that. Absolutely.
So we're gonna hold one another's hands and step into that reality. That compelling reality that Alexandra has painted now. You know, the new normal that everyone is successful, not just successful in the business, but successful at home, in their relationships, all round. It's an all-rounded kind of success. That's what we want to step into. All right, thank you so much.
I must say one more thing when we are picking back to successful.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's success defined by you.
Yes.
That it's not success in the eyes of others that would impress other people, but really like your task for today. And actually, it's a great task to share in the comments. That's perfect. Yes. So your task for today from me and Suriati is to put a definition of success. What would success be? What it would look like to you? Put it in the comments below, because again, this reflection and sharing your insights from our conversation in the comments will be another step on your journey. You will gain clarity and you will feel an increasing commitment to making it happen.
Yes, we want to create lots of ripple effects from now on to the conference and after the conference as well. So please be sure to join us 26th January at the Intercultural Museum, Tøyenbekken 5 in Oslo. For tickets, I will be putting the link at the bottom in the comment section. So just talk to us, buy the tickets, bring your girlfriends along, make it like a girls' day out. All right, I'll see you everyone there. Thank you, Alexandra.
See you. I'm looking very much forward to this Sunday. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.